January 2016, and Happy New Year from Riversong Ranch in Alberta, Canada. We all know this is the time of year that people tend to make New Year's resolutions. We also know it's a bit cliche that well, it's pretty hard to keep those resolutions, which is ironic, really, because natural law says the only constant in the universe is change. But when I say natural, I'm not talking about the marketing illusions that we see today regarding natural. I'm talking authentic, primal nature. What it's like to live out here in the wilderness with the horses. We have to embrace change, because out here it truly is survival of the fittest. So in the spirit of authentic change, I'd like to share some video with you of some of the more challenging horses I encountered last year. These horses were stressed, man-made, some directly, some indirectly, but they needed help. And no amount of metaphors or talk was going to help them. It started in California when I went down there to shoot some video with my son Adler when we met Lakota.
Well, as you're about to see, Lakota didn't hesitate to kick up her heels at first. But really, this sweet young mare didn't have a mean bone in her body. She needed time. This was not a quick fix horse where you're going to get a first ride on in a day or in a weekend clinic. She needed day in and day out for me to prove to her that I was her perfect balance of both an assertive force to be reckoned with, but nothing to be afraid of. She needed me to demonstrate consistently that I'm not really trying to control her. I'm controlling my responses to her fear, to her anger, to her challenges. It's only natural for her to challenge. The question is, how do I respond to the challenges to find that perfect balance of both respect and trust? Until she lets me get on her without any stress. Because in my mind, a good horseman isn't someone who can ride a bucking horse. A good horse person is someone who can get the horse to the point where they're so relaxed they have no need to bolt or buck. Then, and only then, did I know she was ready for Tammy. When I found her bowing and yawning and not needing to buck or run, then it was time for Tammy to get on. And Tammy is an accomplished horsewoman. Look at her get that beautiful bend from Lakota. Now Lakota is level-headed and curl-tailed. And then it was off to France. No, these Percherons hitched to this wagon were not problem horses. They were sweet. The wagon here in front of the Coliseum in Arles is where I was doing a book signing arranged by my publisher. And I was amazed at the media's response to my demonstrations. They were watching me work with problem horses. And I have to say, the French media and the public truly embraced this message of what it takes from changing our behavior to really make progress with these difficult horses. Now here's Olympio, a Camargue stallion that I was asked to work with who'd been quite aggressive towards people. And yet, within 20 minutes of Olympio saying that I wasn't a control freak with him, but instead I was just controlling my responses to him, well, he gave himself over to me quite nice. The transformation was amazing. Then it was north to Gisors, just outside of Paris, to ride the so-called lunatic mare nobody else wanted to get on, because she'd flipped over backwards and crashed through fences with people. But look at her. And then we went to an expo in the Netherlands to help a couple of students get their horses nice and soft, despite the chaos and stress of the environment around them. And not unlike the French, the Dutch are really eating it up. People want to know, how can they help their horses? Here we are with Spirit in Castricum, the Netherlands, working with my certified trainer, Erica. This is a young stallion who's a sweet boy, but again, it's his first time away from home and he's barely been ridden. And yet, as long as we really give them what they need, look at how soft he can get in such a short period of time. He went beautifully. And then there's Rose riding the bucking horse. Rose obviously has the courage and the confidence, but what she needed was just a few more insights to help this horse go forward without that attitude. Look at the level head, the soft tail. Now that's change. Great work, Rose. Goed werk, mijn vriendinnetje. And then it's back across the ocean to America on the East Coast. where I soon found myself in Tennessee working with my gold certified trainer Buddy to help him with a particularly strong-willed horse named Scout. And again, we don't beat them up, we earn their respect. Check out this Palomino. This was his last chance. His trainer had given up on him. If I couldn't help him, this was it for him. He wouldn't let anybody get on him. And yet now, his owner's riding him and enjoying him, and he's a good boy. These type of changes don't come quick, and they don't come easy. There's a fish. All right. All right, boys and girls. Go on. Out. Out. You know, folks, we live in such a contentious age that people are arguing vehemently and violently over such issues as immigration and gun control. And yet, we know deep down inside that politicians aren't going to resolve this any more than magical thinking and metaphors could have helped these horses you've seen in the video. Now, I believe we're at a stage in human evolution where we need to see from each other and our leaders and within ourselves the very same qualities that horses need to see from us. They need to see self-assured, confident, calm, non-threatening, consistent leaders. And that's what we need to see. So in the spirit of New Year's and change, I leave you with this. Ask not what your horses can do for you, but how you can change so that you can be who the horses need you to be. Happy New Year, and may the horse be with you.